hospitals, places of both life and death, carries the weight of why hope is so important. I've heard it in the chilliest lands and on the strangest seas, shows the feeling is the same but found in completely different places. And sweetest in the gale is heard, shows how even through harsh environments, hope can still reach people and help them. Hope is important to the world because of how it makes an individual feel that the world is still good and just. That perches in the soul.
The type of poem, Hope is a Thing with Feathers, is a free verse. This is because it has 12 lines, and such it cannot be a sonnet, and has a rhyme scheme, making the poem a free verse. This improves the poem by making it more free, just like the freeness of hope. The best part of the poem is the first 4 lines, because they show the importance of hope to the individual. The second line helps show how hope personally helps a person, and line 4 helps hope do this. The worst part of the poem is line 8, because the first 4 already show the importance of hope.
The song What a Wonderful World and the poem Hope is a Thing with Feathers are two pieces that share the same central message, that hope is essential and should be treasured. They both recognize the beauty of the world and the importance of having optimism in the face of difficult circumstances. The song begins by listing some of the natural wonders of the world. The lyrics, I see trees of green, red roses too, celebrates the beauty in nature that is often taken for granted by society. Similarly, the poem starts off by comparing hope to a bird that perches on a person's soul. Emily Dickinson uses the imagery of a bird as a symbol of hope and can bring comfort and joy in moments of sorrow, and it relies on a person's soul for resilience. The chorus of the song emphasizes that the idea the person should hope for the best in even the bad times. It states that, I hear babies cry, I watch them grow, they learn much more than I'll ever know, and warns that there will be hard times ahead. This statement of hope and fortitude is reflected on the poem as well. Dickinson uses the metaphor of a bird in her poem to illustrate how hope can be resilient in the face of adversity. The lines, and sweetest in the gale is heard, and never stop at all, demonstrate how hope can stay strong even in times of struggle. The song also describes the idea that all wonders in the world can be appreciated even by one's worst moments. The lyrics state, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world, conveying the thought the world is still a beautiful place, and one should recognize the joy and beauty in difficult times. This is similar to the poem which demonstrates how hope can still exist even in the dark of times. The lines, though she be but little, she is fierce, and as towering as the sea, show how wonderful world and a hope is a thing with feathers emphasize the same central message. It is necessary that it should be cherished and reinforced. They both recognize the beauty in the world and the importance of having optimism in difficult times. Both pieces use imagery and symbolism to demonstrate how hope can stay strong in the moments of challenging times and how one can appreciate the wonders of the world in moments of sorrow. The message of the 1967 Louis Armstrong classic, What a Wonderful World, is one of hope, a strong appreciation for the beauty of life, and most of all, a reminder of the power of love. The song starts by looking at the beauty of the world around us, and how often it goes unnoticed. He sings, I see trees of green and red roses too. He's nothing that despite the hustle and bustle of everyday life, there is nothing beautiful world full of things that we sometimes overlook, such as the wonderfulness of nature. The song continues to reflect on the joy of life, such as being able to listen to birds and also be able to hear the sound of a child's laughter. Throughout Armstrong's life, it doesn't matter, or it's not outright, but he's implying all these simple pleasures are commonly overlooked by the public. He sings, I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. This is a reinforcing the idea that sometimes the smaller moments can bring us joy and are worth valuing. The chorus of the song backs up the notion of cherishing life with the lyrics, "What a wonderful world." Armstrong is echoing the statement, looking at the world around us with awe and not taking it for granted. He continues to dive in this message in the bridge of the song. He sings, "And I think to myself, what a wonderful world." An important point of the verse is that it's not to overlook the world and around us, but make it beautiful in our own thoughts and perceptions. By changing our perspective, we can impact how much joy we find in our life. Of course, no song about appreciating life would be complete without the nod of power of love towards the end. Armstrong says, "I see friends shaking hands saying, 'How do you do?' This is a celebration and connection of a community," which is perhaps the most powerful way to hope at it. The last verse highlights this perfectly as Armstrong sings, "Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world." It's a reminder that no matter how hard life may seem, there was always something enjoying and grateful for you out there. It is a theme of hope and love, and it travels through the entire song together and gives such power and a timeless message. Now, the social issue. The song, "What a Wonderful World," reflects on the beauty of the world and how everything around us can be viewed as something greater and nicer than what we perceive it to be. With climate change being one of the largest problems right now, I like to relate the song to it. I believe that the song speaks to the importance of keeping our planet clean and trying to avert the effects of climate change and revert it back to its natural beauty. The song also reflects on the appreciation of what the planet has provided with us, and it speaks to the power of optimism and encouraging us to look past the struggles we are currently going through and focus on looking and saving the simple wonders of the world than ignoring them. Finally, the song reminds us to take care of the environment and save all wildlife, as it is one of nature's greatest natural beauties. The song "What a Wonderful World" has a couple verses and a bridge. So, in verse 1, "What a wonderful world," they say I hear birds singing in the trees, dreams are what I see. In this verse, the singer is expressing a sense of awe and appreciation for the beauty of the world. He is indicating that he can hear birds singing in the trees and dreams that they appear to him. This may be a representation of how the singer is feeling hopeful and optimistic about the future. In the chorus, "What a wonderful world," "Oh yeah, I see friends smiling, loveliness all around," the chorus repeats the first line, expressing deeper appreciation. The line is "What a wonderful world." The singer is expressing joy and contentment at seeing his friends smiling and having loveliness all around. This could be seen as a reminder to appreciate the little things in life and find happiness and joy even in the most mundane moments. The second verse, "Days now unfollow, brighter than the cold, laughter ringing out in a silent cloud." In this verse, the singer is describing the days that are unfolding and how they are brighter than the cold. He is also mentioning laughter ringing out in the silent clouds, which could represent hope and the happiness in difficult time. This could be seen as a reminder that we can still find joy in the midst of difficulty. The chorus, "What a wonderful world, oh yeah, I see friends smiling, loveliness all around," also repeats the first line and the title of the song. The chorus also presents the first line further, emphasizing the appreciation of joy the singer has towards the world. He also sees how it is so beautiful, seeing all his friends being so happy, and how loveliness is always around. Now, finally, the bridge. The bridge, he laughs, aha, aha, 2 times, and then he says, "And I think to myself, what a wonderful world." The singer is expressing a deeper appreciation for the world, affirming that this statement is truly wonderful. This could be seen as an acknowledgement of the beauty and joy of life, even in the face of sadness and hardship. The bio of the performer and the lyricist. Bio of the lyricist. Bob Thiele is an American song producer that produced many songs like "What a Wonderful World," "We Gotta Get Out of This Place," and "Vaya con Dios." He was born in New York during the year of 1922, and he began his career at just the age of 18 in the 1940s, writing for famous musicians such as Ella Fitzgerald and Duke Ellington. Bob Dylan played and wrote for many genres of music, and collaborated with many singers and instrument players through his whole career. Bob Dylan sadly passed away in 1996, leaving a great name for himself and a large wealth of money. His songs, to this day, still touch people's hearts and are still very popular to this day, with most of his songs still being played on the radios. Now, bio of the performer. Louis Armstrong was born in 1901 and started his music career at the age of 8 and played his first concert at the age of 11. Louis Armstrong is a famous songwriter, singer, jazz trumpeter, and played many different songs. His nickname was Pops. He is one of the most influential music figures in history, and is so famous that his songs are still very well known to this day and are played on the radio. Through his whole career, he worked with people such as Ella Fitzgerald as well as Benny Goodman, who also worked with Bob Dylan. Ella Fitzgerald and Benny Goodman helped his career and brought him up to fame and built him a great and grand reputation. Louis Armstrong has created over 50 albums and over 100 songs. He's known for his voice and his amazing trumpet playing. Louis Armstrong became one of the first well-known African-American entertainers to ever cross mainstream success. The 7 poetic elements represented in Louis Armstrong's classic song, What a Wonderful World, are rhythm, rhyme, repetition, alliteration, imagery, and symbolism and metaphor. Its rhythm is created through the 4/4 time signature that is written as well as the song beats throughout. This rhythm is also linked to the repetition used in the course of the song, What a Wonderful World. The rhyme of the song creates a pleasant melody to the ear. Alliteration is used to create memorable lines, such as the stars that shine at night, which vividly paints a beautiful image of a starry sky. Imagery also plays an important part in the song, as strong as verb choices evoke vivid images in the listener. The lyrics of the song also contain symbolism, which is especially evident in the line, I see trees of green, symbolizing that the tree is green, and symbolizing joy and freshness, something that is commonly associated with the color green. Lastly, the metaphors create
the social issue that relates to both the song and the poem is oppression. It relates in different ways. In the song, Louis Armstrong is reminding the listener of the beauty of life despite the oppressive realities, injustice, and suffering that people have experienced. The song is a reminder of hope, love, and peace, and is in challenging times that can encourage people to keep going despite the oppression that they experience. In contrast, the poem Hope is a Thing with Feathers uses examples of a bird's wings to describe hope as something that is continually present and does not fade away in difficult times. The imagery in the poem is a reminder of the power of hope and resilience, even in the face of oppression. Both the song and the poem offer a powerful and uplifting reminder about the capacity of hope in the face of adversity and injustice.